Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is 27th of August. It is Bhadra Masa, and also it is Tuesday. It is Bhadra Masa or Krishikesha Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Navami Tithi. So today it is the Nandotsavam, and also it is the appearance day of Srila Prabhupada. So yesterday it was Sri Krishna Janmashtami. So today it is the Srila Prabhupada's appearance day. Okay, so we shall read few lines from the ISKCON.com. Srila Prabhupada was born Abhay Charan Day on September 1st, 1896 in Calcutta, India. His father was Gaur Mohan De, a cloth merchant, and his mother was Rajani. His parents, in accordance with Bengali tradition, employed an astrologer to calculate the child's horoscope, and they were made jubilant by the auspicious reading. The astrologer made a specific prediction: when this child reaches the age of 70, he would cross the ocean, become a great exponent of religion, and open 108 temples. Satsvarupa Das Goswami in 1987, your ever well-wisher page, it is mentioned. It is noteworthy that in that very same year, 1896, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura's book was accepted into McGill University in Canada, a pilot light for preaching in the West. When young Abhay had been unwilling to go to school, his father saw the humor in it and always treated him kindly and was lenient. His mother, however, hired a man to escort young Abhay daily to school. Gaur Mohan De was also a pure-hearted Vaishnava. He often he often used to take young Abhay to the local Sri Radha Govinda temple, where young Abhay was seen to be stood for many long hours offering prayers before the deity. The deity was so beautiful with his slanted eyes. This is from A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, Swami Prabhupada, Satsvarupa Das Goswami, 1987, your well-wisher, your ever well-wisher. As Abhay grew up, he became more and more devoted to the deity form of the Lord. He was especially enamored with the Jagannath Radhayatra festival that was held in Calcutta each year. Hearing and understanding the significance of the festival, Abhay would sometimes check railway timetables to go to Jagannath Puri, where Lord Chaitanya personally attended some 500 years before. Every year, a conservative estimated 5 million people attended the festival. This absorbed Abhay more in the mood of Radhayatra. In 1901, Sarka, young Abhay conducts his very own first Radhayatra, his father making a small cart 3 feet high with a canopy resembling closely the huge carts in Puri. All the local children and many adults would come. Abhay stood out as a leader even then, as he organized and engaged everyone. Even many of the mothers were engaged by him in cooking, especially his sister Bhavatarini, who all cooked special preparations to be offered and distributed as prasadam at this Radhayatra festival. At age 6, his father purchased upon his request his own Radha Govinda deities. Seeing the family engaged from his birth, watching his father performing the puja at home, and going regularly to see the Radha Govinda ji, it was only natural. From this day on, whatever footsteps were brought before him by his parents, he would first offer to Sri Radha Govindji and then eat their prasadam. He also used to daily offer them a ghee lamp and properly put them to rest at night. Little is known of his adolescence. During his college years, his father arranged a marriage selecting Radha Rani Datta as Abhay's bride. In 1918, they were married, but for several years, Abhay lived with his family and Radharani with hers. This was to facilitate his finishing his college education, as it was recognized that the added responsibility of supporting a family is a challenge. In his fourth year of college, Abhay felt reluctant to accept his degree, a degree that was given by the British. He had become a sympathizer to the nationalist case, which advocated national schools, freedom from British rule, and self government or self rule. At the same school, Scottish colleges, in the class 1 year ahead of Abhay was the highly spirited nationalist Subhash Chandra Bose, who later became the leader of the Indian National Army formed to overthrow British rule of India. Abhay was attracted to the pure and simple teachings of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, who stood by the ancient pure principles of moral India and regarded Bhagavad Gita above all their books. His personal habits too and lifestyle were pure as he lived a life as a saint sadhu. Abhay had seen many sadhus and was not overly impressed. However, Gandhi had more integrity than most. Gandhi called on all Indian students to rebel and give up British mundane manipulative educations that would ultimately bind one in slavery to the British Raj and would deny the Indian people of their freedom, religion, culture, and inevitably their country. The schools shaped the students, brainwashing them to British imperialism, teaching them the corrupted philosophies taught by the Christian church funded Western Indologists, shaping them for the control of generations to come. Abhay weighed up the pros and cons. Abhay then rejected his diploma even after completing his fourth year and passing his examination. So doing, he made his principal stand of protest in response to Gandhi's call. When Gandhi called for a boycott of everything British, and no non-cooperation after the British soldiers had gunned down the hundreds of innocent, unarmed Indians who gathered at a peaceful rally at Jallianwala Bagh. Abhay moved closer towards Gandhi's independence movement. Abhay's father was somewhat disturbed for Abhay's future, but didn't resent his decision. More concerned for Abhay's future than Indian politics, Gaur Mohan arranged employment for Abhay through a prominent friend, distinguished surgeon, and chemical industrialist, a Dr. Kartik Chandra Bose. Dr. Bose gladly accepted Abhay as his department manager in his firm. So in 1921, his wife gave birth to first son and child while he was just 14 years old. while she was uh, while she was just 14 years old. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, June 8, 1974, Morning Walk Conversations, Geneva, Switzerland. In 1922 marked the first meeting of Abhay with his spiritual master. Some of Abhay Charan's friends were going to see a sadhu who was preaching in Calcutta, a descendant in the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya line coming through Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Nand, his father, nonetheless. The Scottish school educated the prestigious leader of his group of friends was asked to come along too. His family home, Abhay Charande, had seen so many sadhus come. His father, a pure devotee of the Lord, would daily invite sadhus to his house for prasadam. And as a general feeling, Abhay was not overly impressed with what he saw. His friends, knowing his devotion, learning, and expectations, valued his opinion and so insisted that he come and see Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. Abhay was reluctant, but his friends wanted his approval, so Abhay conceded to go. So this is how uh, Abhay Charande's life has started. So there is much of information in the blog. So I shall share if it is possible. Otherwise, devotees can. Otherwise, I shall share a link so devotees can go through. That is from the event's perspective. So we shall quickly move into Daily Srimad Bhagavatam. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Lord Brahma is speaking to Narada Muni, describing various incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So has been explaining, so starting from the Varahadeva, and then Suyajna, and then Kapiladeva Bhagavan, and then Kapiladeva and Dattatreya, and the four Kumaras, and then Naranarayana Rishi, and then Prushnigarbha, so who has appeared to um, Dhruv Maharaj. So, and then Prithu Maharaj, incarnation, later on Naranarayana Rishi, and then after that Haisesha or the Hayagriva. So that is what we have discussed yesterday. Satre mamasa Bhagavan Hayaseshato Saksha Saignya Purusha Tapaniya Varnaha Chandomayo Makamayo Akila Devatatma Vacho Bhabuhu Ushitihi Swasato Asyanastah. So Hayagriva, the incarnation of Hayagriva, so he has appeared, who is Yajna Purusha to Brahma, who is the personified of Vedas and sacrifices and soul of all the demigods. And so while he was breathing, the Vedic sounds were coming from his nostrils. Swasato Astyanastaha Babuhu Ushatihi. So likewise, Brahma is said to Narada Muni. That is the Hayagriva incarnation. So next, Brahma is explaining about the Matsya incarnation. So Matsya incarnation, it is coming at the end of the sixth Manvantara, Chakrusha Manvantara. So at every millennium, whenever the Manus are being changed, so at the time there is a devastation. At the time, Matsya incarnation is the shelter of all the living entities. And also, because of the devastating water, when Brahma was in the great fear, from his face all the Vedas were emanated. At that time, the Lord has protected the Vedas in the Matsyavatara. So likewise, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni. So we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 7, verse number 12. मश्चो युगान्तसमये मनुना उपलब्धः क्षोणीमयो निखिलजीवनिकायकेतः विस्रंसितानुरुभये सलिले मुकान्मे आदाय तत्र विजहारः वेदमार्गान् मश्चो युगान्तसमये मनुना उपलब्धः. So here, when Brahma is saying to Narada Muni, before the Vaivashvata Manvantara. So here, it is saying about the upcoming Vaivashvata Manvantara. So Mascho Yuganta Samaye, at the end of Chakrusha Manvantara. So at that time, Masyaha, the incarnation of the fish, Mascho Yuganta Samaye, at the end of the millennium, Manuna Upalabdaha. So that would be the Vaivashita Manvantara, Upalabdaha, and Vaivashita Manu has seen Kshoni Mayo Nikila Jiva Nikaya Ketaha. Kshoni Mayo is up to the earthly planets, they were all devastated with the water. So that one comes, that line, that's Salile Mukharmi, that he says in the later verse, next line. Kshoni Mayo Nikila Jiva Nikaya Ketaha. All the living entities, they come unto the shelter of Visramsitam Urubhaye Salile Mukanmi Vishamsritan. At the time when the Lord Brahma was Vishamsitan Urubhaye, and he was fearful. Guru Bhaye is with great fear. Say great fear. At the time, Visamsitan and they are emanating from the Mukanmi from his face. And why? Because there is Salile, there are lots of water. So this is the Choniumayo Nikila Jeeva Nikaya Ketaha Salile. So all the living entities, when there is too much of water, they came to the shelter of the Mashya incarnation. And at the time, Visramsitan Gurubhaye Sarile Mukarme from the face of Brahma because of the great fear. Adaya Tatra Vijaharaha Vedamargan. Adaya Tatra is the Lord has taken to the Lord has having taken there and Vijahara. So by enjoying and happily, he has protected Veda Margan, all the Vedas, whatever are coming from the face of the Brahma, the Lord has protected Vedas very happily, with so much of happiness. Likewise, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni, Mascho Yuganta Samaye Manona Upalabdaha Chonimayo Nikila Jiva Nikaya Ketaha विसंसितान् उरुभये सलिले बुकान् मे आधाय तत्र विजहारः वेदमार्गान्. So translation for this verse. At the end of the millennium, the would be Vaivashtamanu of the name Satyavrata would see that the Lord in the fish incarnation is the shelter of all kinds of living entities, up to those in the earthly planets. Because of my fear of the vast water at the end of the millennium, the Vedas come out of my mouth, that is Brahma's mouth, and the Lord enjoys those vast waters and protects the Vedas. And purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request any unallocated devotees to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I'll read.
Yes, ma'am.
During one day of Brahma, there are 14 Manus, and at the end of each Manu, there is a devastation up to the earthly planets, and the vast water is fearful even to Brahma. So, in the beginning of the would be Vaishvata, Vavasvata Manu, such devastation would be seen by him. There would be many other incidents also, such as killing of the famous Sankhasura. The foretelling is by the past experience of Brahmaji, who knew that in the fearful, devastating scene, the Vedas would come out of his mouth. But the Lord, in his fish incarnation, not only would save all living entities, namely the demigods, animals, men, and great sages, but would also save the Vedas. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
बात कीजिए.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, so Prabhupada is mentioning there is a devastation at the end of each and every manu. So there are different opinions of the uh, so at the end of Chaturasha Manvantara, so Sripada Sridhar Swami, the original commentator on the Bhagavatam, he mentioned that it is not necessary to have a devastation after the change of every manu, but Srila Jiva Goswami said there is a definite proof of from the authoritative scriptures like Vishnu Dharmottara, Markandeya Purana, and Harivamsha. So that is always a devastation after the end of each and every manu. And also Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has also supported Srila Jiva Goswami, and also he quoted from Bhagavatamrita about this inundation after each Manu. And also it is the Lord's Lord wanted to show his special favor to Satyavrata, a devotee of the Lord in this particular period, so incarnated himself as the Matsyavatara. So this is about at the end of each Manu, there is a devastation up to earthly planets. And what vast water is fearful even to Brahma, so he has experienced it so many times. And also, in the Matsya incarnation, the Lord has killed Shankasura as well. This is all. We need to see this particular pastime. And then this is the foretelling. So that means Brahma is saying to Narada Muni before Vaivashuta Manvantara, or maybe during the Chakrusha Manvantara. So this is the future. So this foretelling is by the past experience of Brahmaji, who knew that the fearful devastation scene, the Vedas would come out of his mouth, but the Lord in his fish incarnation not only would save all living entities, namely demigods, animals, men and graves, but would also save the Vedas. In the fish incarnation, the Lord also saved Vedas. So there is a devastating water. So the fish, it can survive at that point of time in the huge waters. So likewise, Brahma is saying, okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Mascho yuganta samaye maruna upalabdaha chonimayo nikila jiva nikaya ketaha विस्रंसितान् गुरुभये सलिले मुकान् मे आदाय तत्र विजहारः वेदमार्गान्. This is the very beautiful verse, Mashavataram. So out of Dashavataras, so some start with the Mashavatara, some start with the Varahadeva Avatara. So Varahadeva Avatar appeared long before in the Swayambhu Manu in the beginning. So to lift that, when Swayambhu Manu asked Brahma, uh, where is the earth? So you asked me to go and expand the progeny, but where is the earth? So that at the time Brahma was contemplating, then the Lord has appeared from the nostrils of Brahma as a small um, elephant. Sorry, small Varahadeva looks like an elephant, but as soon as he comes out and then he grown very big in the sky, and then he jumped into the water and lifted the earth. So that is in the Swayambhu Manu. That is first, it is spoken in some kind of in the Dashavataras, some people are mentioning. Sometimes Mashavatara, whenever they consider this particular Vayusha mantra is the kind of period. They are seeing only this particular period. Okay, so that is about the Mashavatara. Okay, so we shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, so today letter to Haimavati, April 1st, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request Mruda Sachi Mataji to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna, Brahmaji. My dear Himavati, please accept my blessing. I am in due receipt of your letter date 25th March 1970. Yes, the same thing are going on. I'm trying to change deities and sometime fasting, but after all, it is old body, so dizziness is not unnatural. Regard herb teas for cold and sore throat. Up to now, I have no such complaints, so they are not necessary. I am very, very glad that you are taking care of the deities with the great attention and enthusiasm. Regarding your question, the deities should be polished before their morning bath. Make a thin mm, paste of flour, earth, and lime juice and rub this mixture on their bodies and then bathe them and then dry and puff them with a small towel for the purpose. You can make one very nice bed and place it to be backside of the throne, and you can make night clothes. So after the last uh, Aratrik at night, you can change to their night clothes for taking rest because they are small deities. They may be lying on the bed with the some pillows because the base may raise their feet up. If this can be arranged, it will be nice. Yes, their crown and jewelry uh, should be removed both at mm,
both at night and while resting at noon. But wings may stay on, and Krishna should always hold his flute. It is nice if you can provide some heating arrangement for cold weather. Also, different wet clothes for warmer or colder weather is good. Your idea for thin curtains around the throne is very good. Regarding Radharani's smiling, that is not imagination, so she must smile. Let this be an impetus to your increased service. Radha Krishna topic are for both liberated and conditional soul, but conditional souls should not much discuss about the loving affairs between Radha and Krishna, because sometimes they misunderstand Radha and Krishna as ordinary boys and girls. So this should be discussed with advanced students, not with ordinary men. Yes, you make the throne very plus and comfortable and gorgeous like a bedroom. You are welcome for this question. Since you are engaged in their service, you must know everything thoroughly. I'm very glad to learn of her eagerness to help open new center in Munich, Amsterdam and Berlin. But unless some responsible devotees take charge of duties, you should remain in Hamburg. Hence, to hence may alone go for preaching work with the others. I think there are enough Brahmanas there, so if one cannot be engaged in full time, they should divide the duty amongst themselves. One take the morning, another one at noon, and another in the evening, or like that. So unless they are trained up, you should not go. Duty worship is for old and experienced students. It is not good for new students to be given scared thread. This deity worship is exclusively for advanced students. Regard taking Lord Jagannath to your next center, that will not be very good because you already do not have enough devotees to engage in arcana. Unless there is a deity worshipper available, we may worship Panchatattva and Guru. That can be done by all initiated students where they are once or twice initiated before an altar with the picture of Lord Chaitanya, Panchatattva and Acharya. Everyone can offer a aratik and voga. Yes, it is nice that you are worshipping Lord Chaitanya along with the Radha Krishna. That is all right. Lord Chaitanya should be placed to the right side of Krishna. There is nothing special for his worship, but you may continue as you are doing. The order of worship is first spiritual master and then Lord Chaitanya, then Radha Krishna, as in the mantra of Vandu Aham prayer. Your confidence to do whatever you are instructed by the spiritual master is very encouraging. Yes, this is the method of the Vedic injunction. Staunch faith in spiritual master and Krishna makes one perfect in spiritual understanding. Hope this meets you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter?
Prabhuji here, Prabhupada is um, saying to Himavati Mataji about the deity, how to care the deity and how to care them at in the winter season or a cold season, and then how can she make the like boga for the deities. And first point, and second one is that Prabhupada is saying that we should not talk about the Radha Krishna love to everyone because everyone is not in that level. They cannot understand and they take it as a misunderstood. As nowadays we can see that everyone is, if there is a breakup in some peoples and they said like we are like Radha Krishna, but they did not know about the real Radha Krishna love. They think that the Radha Krishna had not married, so they take in misunderstood way. So we can only discuss the love of Radha Krishna with the devotee who have understood the like advanced in the uh, devotional life. And another thing is that Prabhupada is saying that Mataji want to go open a new center in Munji. But Prabhupada is saying that she should not move to new center because there is no other like senior devotee who used to do our duty worship properly. And Prabhupada said that we should not handle the duty worship to the new recently initiated, or we had not done previously deity worship, because we have to do carefully the deity worship, and we have to carefully care the deity. And third one is that about the guru, and then we have to take the guru like if sorry Prabhuji, if uh, only the Panchatattva and deity worship, Panchatattva and gurus, we can worship everyone who is initiated, like first initiation and the second initiation. They can worship the Panchatattva, but not the directly to the deity. And another is the about spiritual master. Uh, we have to encourage from the spiritual master. The order of worshipping is first spiritual master, and then Lord Chaitanya, and then Radha Krishna. And at final, Prabhupada said that um, those who follow, those who have a strong faith in spiritual master and Krishna makes one perfect in spiritual understand. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sorry if I have told wrong.
No, Mataji, thank you so much. Very beautifully explained and summarized this letter. Thank you, Mataji. And any other comments, dear devotees, from this letter? And so here, this is this prayer, Vande Ham Shri Guru Shri Tapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha. So that is, so here I say the way of pronunciation, but that is the verse. Order of worshipping is first spiritual master.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I have one question. I always think about it when in the temple they offer bhoga to the Lord. Do they recite this mantra which we do at home, Prabhupada's mantra, and then Vadnaya mantra and Namo Brahma? Do they do? Who does that mantra
Um,
behind the curtain?
I don't know, Mataji. So we
How
have
do
to.
they offer? That's what I wanted to know. I have this question in my mind for a long time. Like at home we do because we are told, isn't it? It's in our booklet also. So I don't know how do they offer, what mantra they chant while offering.
I have no idea, Mataji. So we need to ask the pujaris.
Okay.
Thank you, Mataji. And any other questions? Any other comments or questions? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Yes. So, and the here Prabhupada mentioning when there is a sore throat, so take herb teas for colds and sore throat. That is one thing. So dizziness is not unnatural. That means sometimes the devotees they fast on Ekadasi days and special days they feel because so body is uh, utilizing the energy which is stacked up within the body because we don't give any proteinous food or carbohydrates to the body. So that is one thing. So that one may feel dizziness. That is normal. Okay, and then further. So here Prabhupada is mentioning about polishing the deities before their morning bath. So make a thin paste of fuller's earth and lime juice and rub this mixture on their bodies, then bathe them, then dry them, and then buff them with small towel for the purpose. So I don't know what is the fuller set, but so generally we use the salt and the tamarind. So the deities they will also be uh, shined very beautifully before the worship. So this is also one thing. So he properly mentioned fuller set and lime juice, and then and also here. So we need to if you are tending the deities, look after them like a persons. And then Prabhupada is giving the instructions to change clothes and keep them in the bed and take out the crowns while they are sleeping. So those instructions, and then further, based on the weather, so one has to change the clothes. And also here, it would change the mood, bhava. That is, and also when Radharani and Krishna are smiling, that is not imagination. So Prabhupada, she must smile. Let this be an impetus to your increased service. And also Prabhupada is encouraging you must inquire and everything and know everything thoroughly so that you can carry out your devotional service. This is one more point. And these high topics must be discussed among the devotees, not with the ordinary men. And also one has to worship. Worship is for the old and experienced students. It is not for new students to be given sacred thread. It's exclusively for advanced students. That is one more point. And then uh, the worship of the Panchatattva and the deities, Radha Krishna deities. So Prabhupada is explaining here. Unless there is a deity worshipper available, we may worship only Panchatattva and Guru only. So this is some temples they adopt this process. And then Prabhupada is explaining about worshipping of not taking along with Radha and Krishna that we also see in the um, Radha Madhava temple in the Mayapur. So in the bottom, the down, they keep the small deities next to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also kept next to the brass deities. Okay, that is one has to follow. And also Yatha Devi Tata Guru. So this is Prasyete Kata Heddaha Prakashante Mahatmanaha. One who has got a strong faith in the spiritual master, so he will be perfect in the spiritual understanding. This is Prabhupada is mentioning here, faith on the spiritual master. That is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Thank you so much, my Amrita Sachi Mataji. Nicely summarized. Okay, that is from the letter perspective and from the announcements point of view. So today evening at 8 p.m. we have our teaching practice session with Sridhar Govindas Prabhuji. Yeah, at 8 p.m. Okay, that's all updates from me. And dear devotees, if you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything from the temple or from yesterday's festival site, or anything, so kindly share. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yesterday I went. Gaurangi Mata also went there, and Sanchita Mataji's family was there. I met Bipin Bihari Prabhu, um, and who else was there? Not many devotees were there yesterday, Prabhu. I didn't see. Janu Kanya Mataji was there in the evening. It was very nice. This time decoration were very good, and
Yeah.
it was very crowded there. Meena Mata, you were there. I didn't see you.
Yeah. Japa, Japa. My service was
Oh, you were in. Okay.
came home at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, were you in the kitchen?
Yeah, we was in Japa and then like 11 o'clock and